Good night. How you all doing on this beautiful night? All right, don't forget when you enter the live to hit that like button, guys. Truly appreciate it. Make sure you double tap the screen to hit that like button. Appreciate you all. If you're using a cellular phone, just double tap the screen. Get them likes going, all right? Blessings, guys, blessings. Blessings on this beautiful night. What's up? What's up? Did you guys start your gardening as yet? Tonight we're going to talk about organic gardening. That's what we're going to focus on. Growing our food with the resources that we have around us. Growing our food with the resources we have around us. If we learn to grow our food with the resources we have around us, we might be surprised of the result that we able to gain. Especially if you have a nice little backyard, grass growing, weeds growing. Hey, how you all doing? Hey, TIG, how you doing? Enjoy gardening, how you doing? Oh, wow, the Edo's doing great. Oh, the cassava didn't make it. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But listen to me. Them Edos, you will always have Edos. You will always have food in your garden. Believe it or not. And you also could eat the young leaf. You could definitely eat the young leaf as well. So just like just like um like how you're gonna cut up the collard greens. You see how you're gonna cut up the collard greens? It's basically the same thing. Cut them up and boil them for at least they're really good with okra. So you trust me, that's a plant you will love, and guess what? It will multiply every year. In your zone, yeah. Yes, I will have them for yes, definitely. Definitely. In your zone, you will have edibles forever. I start out I start out with 3 edibles. 3 little edibles. And if you notice, I have those everywhere in my garden, and it's three I start out with. So just put them in an area where you want them to grow, or if you want them to grow in a container, whatever, all that is fine. You could grow them in container as well. All right, so you have that's food you have there, sis. That's food. I'm telling you. Good thing about it, you can eat their leaf all through the summer, and in the fall, that's when you harvest the root. Make sure you always soften up the root around them, the soil, so the root can able to push more. And the more the root able to push, you stand a chance of getting bigger edibles. Okay, you have them in a container. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's a good way of controlling them too. Because so when you have them in the ground, sometimes you might harvest and you will harvest everything. Just like potato, you might leave two, three pieces in the ground. The next year, you look back, you have a patch of edibles growing. But it's a good thing to have. Believe it or not, it's a good thing. Sorry, the cassava did not get the chance to grow, but guess what? You're gonna maybe for next season. I'm gonna give you some more. Some try to get some olive for you, some fresh one. But listen me, man. We gotta grow food that can feed our family, guys. You know, many times we might grow up off a certain food and we ain't wanna try different things. Sometimes we have to try different things because I did. I grew up off a certain food, but there's a lot of other food I try that I never eat growing up. But I try them and I'm even growing them now. So get used to these things, guys, because time is getting real serious. And tonight's topic is really about gardening with what you have around you. Garden with what you have around you. I'm telling you guys, in this time, we have to, okay, okay, see, that's what happened with the sun. Okay, I grew them in a bag and somehow the roots traveled outside the grow bag. Now I get them every year and they are spreading a lot. Yes, that's basically what does happen. That's what does happen. But once you have the space, you okay. What about your banana? How did your banana make it? Did your banana plant make it? Thank you so much. I learned a lot and I'm still learning a lot. You welcome, you welcome, you welcome. Did how did your banana make it? Because you see the remedy, you see the remedy that the method that I use to overwinter my banana, it actually work. It actually work. It actually work because my banana is having banana right now. Man, I'm so excited. But yes, I don't mind sharing these information, man, because at the end of the day, everybody wanna eat. Everybody have a family to feed. And if you have space in your backyard and you could grow something, why not? I mean, it's important. It's important to able to walk out in your yard, man. Able to walk out in your yard and harvest something. pull something out the ground, pick something after tree, able to harvest something. It's a blessing. Okay, let me see. They all made it over the winter, even the one I wrapped and left outside. I was so happy to see it grew outside in the cold. Exactly right. Exactly. You see, this is this is what makes sense, right? Here what makes sense. I've been growing banana for the same bananas for a few years, but the banana every winter it dries right down to the ground and it start back fresh in the spring. So when I do that, I'm not able to harvest anything. So I decide last year I'm gonna cut the tree, put the plastic over the top, tie it up, and leave it. And listen to me, I'm so excited. It works. So, and you know what? You know what I love about it? Hey, thank you, Ty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. Thank you. Blessings to you. And hope this garden season be successful and in your favor. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. Thank you for being. Yes, thank you. Yes. Yes. It's good to be yourself. It's good to be yourself. It's a blessing to be yourself. Yes. And I appreciate, you know, I appreciate coming out and like for instance, I be gardening and I try a lot of different things. I do my own research, I do my own experiment, and when I do my experiment and it works, what I do, I come and I share the information with you guys. I do not just come and just talking stuff. I make sure I do my research in my garden, not online, in my garden, on my experiment. And I'm telling you, it's so amazing. Thank you so much for this donation. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you too. Thank you. I still need you. Wait, hold on. I never sent my address. Didn't I send my address? Are you serious? I swear I thought I sent my address for you. And you know what? I still have time. If I can't get them, I still able to have some time. I still have time to set them. Okay. All right. I'm gonna send it for you. I thought I sent my address for you. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna send it for you as soon as I come off this live. I thought I sent the address for you. Okay. Yes, guys. So basically, I try to, like guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm using every year, every year, I try to make liquid fertilizer from different plants every year. I don't use the same thing every year. I try different ones. No, from the ones I'm trying right now. What I'm using two this year. Two liquid fertilizer that I make, I'm using this year. And my goodness, you know what? The growth is like you naturally seeing progress overnight. The progress is like overnight. And I'm gonna tell you guys this one. What I do, I go around in my garden and I take different areas. So I might go in that area and I might throw it around these peppers in this area, and I'm gonna watch the progress, and I'm gonna be looking at the others as well. And I'm watching the progress. Let me tell you something that I use this year. Usually, I grow cabbage, right? So usually I will just let my cabbage to grow, and when they're ready to harvest, I harvest them. Then I take the cabbage, then I take the all the root and everything, and I throw it in my compost pile. This year I try something different. Shout out to Fifi Urban Homestead and Lifestyle, because she was telling me, Planter, why you don't eat? You don't eat in the leaf them. And listen me, this year I eat the leaf, and the leaf was so damn tasty. It's like you eating. Let me see. No, okay, all right, okay. You sent me the packet. All right, okay, okay. The ACC Texas Garden, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I just back home fishing. What? You went out fishing? Wow. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Good to see you all here, man. I'm gonna give you all some. I hope you. Yes, yes. Hey, Korean, how are you? How regular you put composting? Well, I only put composting twice. Twice. I put composting early in the stage of the growing. Yeah. I put the composting early. Like, say for instance, when I plant the plants, when I see they start growing, I'm gonna add some composting around it. I'm not gonna add no more composting until flowers, when they start producing, when we start to see flowers, when we start to see flowers pouring out, that's when I add more composting. So only twice I add composting. All right. Hey, home said Rachel, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, yes, guys. So yeah, so let me tell you about this thing I'm using and how it working marvelous. It works good with peppers. It works good with tomatoes. It works good with eggplant. Let me tell you. So I was using cabbage. I use a leaf. I eat some of the leaf, and the older leaf, I keep putting them in a container with water. So I keep, every time I pick them off, I put them in the container with water, and listen me, I leave them for like 2 months in the container. The smell is ridiculous. That's one thing I can tell you. The scent of it is ridiculous, but I'm telling you, the way they jump up the tomato, they make the tomato just shoot out the ground so fast, I couldn't even believe. The eggplant, they were struggling because of the cold weather. And when the cold weather ceased, I went and I had a little around the eggplant. Man, if you see how the eggplant, them strong, looking strong and powerful. So what I'm saying to you, if you grow in cabbage, if you grow in cabbage, you could have a container with some water inside of it, and just keep adding the cabbage leaf inside it. The cabbage leaf break down pretty fast. Just leave it in there and allow it to marinate. And the good thing about it with cabbage leaf, you ain't got to worry about it's too strong for the plant. No, it's not too strong for the plant because I try it really close to some of my plant because I want to see. I want to see. I put it right close to the root and it did nothing. So I'm telling you here, cabbage leaf in water, really good. And this is natural stuff, rainwater. I don't know about pipe water, I know about rainwater. These things works really, really well around plants. So sometimes don't get distracted, guys. People tell you about a lot of stuff and all it do it cause you to spend money with no result. You went out, somebody say, yeah, this work really good, and you go out, you spend $10, $15, 20 something, 50, whatever, and no results. But you could get results from the same plants you growing. The same plants you growing, sometimes you could prune a plant, put the leaf and the stem that you prune into that container and it works wonderful. Let me see. At planter, yes, it is. Yes, it is at planter. I have a container with brassica. Yes, yes. What what you say shoot up in the ground? Yes, it's the tomato shoot out the ground. What I mean is I ain't no firecrackers going on so early. People firecrackers going on out there. See, the tomato, there was, I plant them pretty deep, right? I plant my tomato pretty deep. And when I add the the cabbage leaf, when it break down, and I add it around the plants them, man, if you see how they shoot out the hole. And if you see how big and tall this tomato tree be now and they producing, and now give them as the second dose. Why I give them the second dose? Because they start producing. So that's something good, you guys. I'm giving you guys some real secret here, man. Because I want to see everybody with successful garden. You see what I'm saying? I know everybody work hard in their garden, and I know everybody work in their garden to able to harvest, not just to grow food, to able to harvest. So I give you guys information that I know work for me. Maybe you could try. You just never know. All right. I also have container with banana leaf. They have been fermenting since last year. The smell goes away after a year. Oh, banana leaf also. It's a good thing to make liquid fertilizer with or composting, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Tai G, enjoy gardening and life. Thank you for that because you talking truth right there. Because I also try the banana leaf. I also try the banana skin. They really helps. But guys, we patient, patient, patient is good. Certain things you could leave for 2 months, 3 months. Certain things you want to leave them a little longer because certain things take longer to break down, and you want it break down and you all the nutrients, everything come out of it into the fertilizer. So something gonna take longer. Like for instance, I have compost tea 4 years old. You see what I'm saying? Just there marinating in a drum, 4 years old. Then cabbage leaf, I just leave my cabbage leaf to break down for like 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and then throw it around your plant. Oh my goodness. It works great. I'm telling you. Let me see. I bet that's some good tea. Yes, definitely. It works great. And you know what? It's so good to able to grow a garden, plant a garden, take care of the garden with the stuff you have in the garden. Hey, good eat home, said, how are you? Thank you for being here. Yes, it's so good to able to use what you have and still able to have a successful garden. And you could do it. I'm telling you right now. A lot of things you could use. Hey, thank you. Home said, Rachel, thank you. How you doing? Thank you, Home. Said Rachel, support your channel. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, sis. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Thank you guys so much tonight. I truly appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. Oh, wow. I'm so grateful, guys. I'm so grateful. Thank you all. I truly appreciate this. Thank you all. Blessing to each and every one of you. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. I hope this garden season bring you great success, joy, peace. All right? Thank you all for the support. I appreciate you guys. Yes. Yes, guys. So if you're growing cabbage, right? If you go in cabbage, hear me out. If you go in cabbage, while the cabbage is growing, the the older leaf, if you want, I eat them and I also strip them and put them in water. And like I said, you could try for your own self and see for your own self. But this thing works great and it's for free. The only thing you could catch some water. I don't know about the pipe water. I'm talking about rainwater. You can catch some water. You could do it in a 5 gallon bucket if that's all you have. If you have a 5 gallon bucket, you could put it in the 5 gallon bucket with some water, cover it, open it now and again, maybe once every 2 weeks. Let it get a little air, cover it back, and just leave it there. It's gonna break down, it's gonna marinate 2 to 3 months. You take it, you put it around your plants. I'm telling you, you will be surprised for what you see. The good thing about it, you ain't got to worry about it too strong and it gonna burn your plant. No, it's not gonna burn your plant. It's gonna be something good for your garden. Believe that. And these are the type of stuff that also help draw out worms into your garden. These natural stuff, these are the stuff that helps draw out worms and these beneficial insect or parasite, whatever we call them, in our soil. And we know how important it is to have them in our soil. Another thing I'm going to give you guys tonight again. Another thing. The leaf that fall from your tree. Let me give you like a story before I say this. Years gone by, the past 3 years ago, not 3 years ago, I now change it around 3 years ago. But before that, what I used to do, I used to rake up all the leaf that fall from the trees, spread them out in my raised bed. I used to go, I used to take the trees that drop their limb. I used to take them, bury them in my raised bed, bury them in my garden. I used to do that for years. And this helped change my soil. My soil was actually clay soil. Okay. Yes, thank you all. Thank you all. I've been saving back crap for. Okay. It's important to save your stuff. It's important. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Thanks everybody for coming out. I appreciate you all. If I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry, but thank you all for being here. All right, so I'm giving you the story about what I used to do and what I changed and why I changed. Not change the basically what I do. Okay, let me explain. So before I used to take the leaf, I used to bring the leaf down, throw it in my raised bed. I used to bury the logs them. So what that helped do, because I had a rocky soil. So what that helped do is change my soil. It helped keep my soil from clamming together because the leaves start breaking down and mix between the clay soil. So it make it stop clam together. You see what you know when clay soil and rain come and the sun come, how everything just clang together. If you ain't wake it up, the leaf help create a barrier from everything clamming to one. All right. So I used to use the wood, the weed, the leaf in my garden. What I start doing now. Now this is a way how to feed your soil as well. But the thing is, this way take longer. You see what I'm coming from? It take longer to break down. What I do now, here what I do now, I walk around, I rake up my same leaf. But what I do now, I throw them in a drum with water. Like in the fall, because all this is organic matter. You know, dry leaf is organic matter. The tree, the rotten tree trunk, these things is organic matter. So what I'll do, I'll take the leaf and add them in a drum. I'll take some of the tree trunk, add them in a drum in the fall, and just leave them there to marinate all through the fall, all through the winter. Then in the spring now, when we hit June around there, I start to use that. This is like organic matter you add in your soil. We all know the benefit of organic matter. We all know these are things that earthworms love. So I'm adding organic matter, but in a liquid form now. So instead of me straining myself with these heavy wood, bringing them, digging holes to bury them in the soil, what I do, I put some in a drum with water and allow it to break down and marinate. And then now I use that now and put around my plants. So the plant is still getting the organic matter anyway, but in a liquid form and pretty faster. You see what I'm coming from? So I'm using the same thing, but I'm just using it in a liquid form. And believe it, it works. And I will not come here and tell you guys about anything that doesn't work. Not at all. If I tell you, it's because it works for me. You can try. I don't know which zone you in. I don't know how it works for you, but trust me, a lot of these method works anywhere. Doesn't matter where. Anywhere. All right? So this is, I have a million more. I have a lot more composting to tell you guys about. Well, Ty GC now tell you guys about the banana leaf. Banana leaf, you could also use banana leaf in the dry form, which is throwing it in your compost pile. But you also could put them in water and allow them to. You see what I'm coming from? So these ways the plant receive. Like for instance, what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to have different compost like organic matter, like nitrogen in liquid form using different plants. This is why it's so important to know the plants and what they give through their root or through their leaf. There's a lot of plants that give nitrogen through their roots and they release it into the soil. There's a plant named pigeon peas. That plant is a really good plant to grow in your garden because that plant release nitrogen in the soil. Now, if you're growing pigeon peas, you also could take the leaf and soak it in water and you get nitrogen in a liquid form. So now, if you have all these composty, you have nitrogen, you have organic matter, you have all of them separate. You have for nutrients, for all these things you have separate, right? Now you growing your food and you watching your plant. Sometimes you could have a soil that may be lack of nitrogen. So all you need to do is go and add some nitrogen in a liquid form. Now that nitrogen you add in, the plant gonna receive it very fast. Why the plant's gonna receive it very fast? Because it's liquid, and this is how the plant feed through liquid. If you just go and throw down some leaf, the plant cannot feed from them leaf. You see what I'm saying? Is when the leaves start breaking down and the rain start coming and the water start wetting them. That's when the plant start feeding. So if you're able to get them in the liquid form, the plant receive it faster. So say for instance, you have a plant suffering from nitrogen. You could see your soil need nitrogen. Now you could go and you could say, okay, let me add some of this nitrogen around this plant and see what's gonna change. If it ain't change, maybe you could go and say, all right, you know what? Let me add some organic matter in the liquid form around it. So you have options of giving your plant what it needs. You know, sometimes some people see the plant not doing well and what they do, they run where they could buy it and they could just sprinkle around it. That time the plant doesn't need that. When you run and buy the plant, don't need it. You have it right in your garden. Take like a time. If your space is small, get 5 gallon bucket. 5 gallon bucket and make your little compost tea and put it there for so cover up. Alright guys? Okay, let me go to the chat a minute. Hey Kim, mommy, how you doing? Thank you. Long time I haven't caught a live since last. Yes, I'm too excited to be here. Oh, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Welcome, guys. Thank you all so much. I have to plant my pigeon. Oh, you have a pigeon peas? Okay. Yes, pigeon peas release nitrogen in our soil, and that's we know our soil need nitrogen. So you can have pigeon peas, the leaf, you can pull the leaf and soak it in water and you have nitrogen in the liquid form. This is the easiest way for a plant to receive what it need. Because you could go to the store or you could make your own compost and you could throw it around the plant, but it still take time for the plant to receive it. It gotta water. You might gotta wet it. So when it start getting wet, this is when it start turning liquid, and this is how the plant start feeding through the liquid, through the compost tea. This is how the plant pull up its nutrient. This is how the plants pull up its mineral through liquid, not compost. It have to turn into liquid that the plants can suck the liquid, the nutrients, the minerals out of the soil. So if you're able to turn it into liquid, it's something good. It's something good. So I'm looking forward, guys. I want you guys to have a very successful garden season. I try to, you know why I do live from my garden, guys? The reason why I do live from my garden and the reason why I upload so much videos is because I want, I come out, I'll be online on this channel, and I'm talking about how to grow food, how to do this. So if I'm able to say that, I want to be able to show it. I show when I plant my plants, I show how I take care of them, and I show the progress. So you see what I'm talking about. You see that, okay, what he's saying makes sense, or what he's saying is true. Because I don't want to mislead nobody with wrong information. So if I know, if you hear me come and tell you cabbage leaf works, just try it. Like I said, the scent might be a little disturbing. The scent might be really bad. But I'm telling you, it works. I see this thing wrong some bell pepper and wrong some tomato and some eggplant that I put it around. And the way I see they perform, I could recommend break down cabbage leaf in water. Plants love it. Leaf that fall from the trees, they become, that's organic matter. If you able to put them in a container, leave them for however long you want, it's gonna start to break down and it's gonna start to release the organic matter into the water. So when you take that now and you put it around your plant, the roots automatically get in it. So if your plant lack of, say soil lack of organic matter, let's put it this way. Your soil lack of organic matter. So if you have liquid organic matter there now and you put it around it, the plant could receive it right away because it's liquid. You see where I'm coming from? So this is why I kind of start doing liquid more than just grabbing leaf and throw in my raised bed. Because when you grab the leaf and throw in the raised bed, it take time to break down. All right? And it's easier for me to take some leaf, add it in a drum with some water, and allow it for breakdown. It take time. There's another plant I just use, but I don't want to talk too much at that right now. But I'm gonna be doing a video with that tree, a plant. In that plant grow really nice. And when you pull up that plant and you break the plant, It's like the plants have liquid inside it already. We have liquid inside it. If you put that plant in water for 3 years, you will never smell a bad scent from it. And this is for real. I have that full proof right now. I have full proof of that right now. If you put that plant in a drum of water for 3 years, you will not smell a bad scent. You see what I'm coming from? So it's so much things, man. It's so much things that we can learn from in our garden. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Double tap the screen. If you're on your phone, get that like button. This is real information you get in here, guys. Real information I'm giving here today. And my garden could prove everything I'm saying. Yes. So guys, what you guys have going on right now? Anyone have anything going on right now? What what did you plant? How your plants growing? What type of compost you using? Let's talk about it, guys. What kind of plant you using, guys? What you growing this year? What new plant you growing this year that you never grow before? Let's talk about it. I'm gonna hold a minute see if you guys gonna share that. All right. It's a blessing, guys. It's a blessing to have a garden. I'm telling you. Okay. Homestead. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. Homestead Rachel. I'm growing callaloo. Where you growing? You growing Jamaican callaloo? You know, it's two callaloo I know about, right? I know about one, the Jamaican callaloo, and I know another one that come from Dashin, like Edos and Dashin. Okay. Kim Ami said, that compost tea you're referring to, that has no odor. Do you dilute it as well when feeding your plant? No, I do not. I do not. I do not dilute it. I just put it around the plants and never seen any damage, never seen any burn, none of that. Yes, never put it, never dilute it. But my recommendation to anyone, if you're using compost tea, I don't know what kind of plant you're using, but sometimes some of them is pretty strong. So you got to be mindful. Test them first, okay? Before you throw them on your plant or too close to your plant, test them first, okay? I've been trying to clean up the weed and feed my soil in the some areas of my garden. It's a lot going on for me. I do right at the rate. The rate, I don't know. I don't know, guys, but this year the rate is them weed is growing really fast. Listen to me, them weed is growing so fast. It ain't easy. I'm telling you. I understand we're saying Thai GS enjoy gardening. I understand we're saying, but you're getting it done, yes. Kim Amisi, I just started some kidney beans a couple weeks ago. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm trying to document my journey, but sometimes I forget to turn on my phone. I just jump in and start walking. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. When you do, most of the time I walk with one my hand and I have the phone in my other hand. I'm walking with one hand and the phone in my other hand. But maybe you should buy a stand and just put it up and it just record what you're doing. Maybe you should do that because your journey is important. Your journey is something you could go and look back and say, wow. You could go and look back and see something that you did 3 years ago and the result you get from it. If you should continue doing the same thing or if you should change up a little. So the journey is important. Or Jamaican color, the first time trying to grow it. Okay, you know what? The the seeds a lot. They throw seeds a lot. They throw a lot of seed. So try to harvest them before they push out all the seed because they the seeds a lot. All right, but it's a good plant. It's a very even a seed is healthy for us. It's a very good plant. But I'm telling you now, they push a lot of seed. All right. Yes, the weeds are crazy out of control. Yep. Horse planter, the weed are out of horse planter. The weed are out of control, especially after the rain. Oh yes. When you see it rain, you could go out there, right? You could go out there and clean up your garden really nice. Clean up your garden. Then a shower rain come down and start pouring. You go back out 2 days after and the weed right back where they were. It's not easy. It's not easy. Especially when you got to be cleaning up the garden. Some people do different things, but I go in the garden and clean it with my hand, my hoe, and clean it up. It's challenging. I'm getting better at it. I documented everything today. Awesome, awesome. That's wonderful. You see, like me, right? In my early part of YouTube, right? I used to write down a lot of things. I used to write down because I believe in growing my food and I believe in growing them natural. And believe in when I grow, plant something, I believe in getting the most out of it. So I used to write down a lot of things. But now, for doing it so long, it started to become natural now. It's like you just know. You see what I'm saying? I remember when I started growing bell pepper, right? When I started growing bell pepper, I used to grow bell pepper like 4 feet tall, and they used to always produce. That's the same breed of bell pepper I'm growing today. Like 4 feet tall. Then it start going to 5 feet tall. Then it start going 6 feet. Then it start going 7 feet, 8 feet. You understand? I could tell you, listen to me, I could sit down here and tell you, because I've been doing it for so long, and tell you I could grow a 8 foot bell pepper tree because I know exactly what to do to get it to 8 feet tall. Last year, I grew a Pablano. Is a Pablano? I grew a poblano pepper tree 10 feet tall last year. You know what is 10 feet tall? A pepper tree. I had to go up on a ladder to reach the top of that pepper tree. So over the years, this is why it's good to document certain things. If you know you're not gonna remember, write it down. So you over the years you understand what it takes to get a plant to grow to its full potential and produce to its full potential. But it takes time, it takes effort and paying attention at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So you already know what pepper love. They love hot sun and they love organic matter. You hear me? Give your pepper plant 6 to 8 hours of sun, and I'm telling you, you won't regret it. It's important. I plant my bell pepper them in the same area every year. But before I used to plant them in different areas. And after I plant them in different areas, I realized, God, this is the spot. You see what I'm saying? This is the spot. And when I start planting them, they start getting taller and taller. And listen me, they produce a lot of pepper. You understand? So you have to look. You see, listen to me, guys. Everybody have their own experience and everybody have different ideas. You got to figure out the one works for you. Okay? If you planting your pepper in an area and you realize your pepper is not doing well, then you need to move them. Put them in a different area. And you might see different result. Don't keep them the same place because you ain't satisfied of their performance. You move them and then you feed them with different things. Well, I'm telling you tonight, feed them with organic matter, natural stuff. That's what they love. They grow big and they produce. You see, now, why I keep saying natural and organic matter? Because these things is what improve your soil. You see, you might be running to the store and get certain things, but these natural stuff improve your soil and make your soil better. Some of these things, they only make it look like something is happening for 1 or 2 years, and then after that you realize your soil start getting messed up, your plants them not doing how they used to. But hear what I now tell you, right? Hear what I now tell you. I start out growing bell pepper, and when I start out, they used to grow 4 feet, then they go to 5 feet, then they go to 6 feet. You know how that happened? Because whatever I was putting in the soil, it was improving the soil. You see? Improving. So when you improve the soil, the plant able to give you, grow to their potential and produce. Not giving them stuff that gonna make them jump up today, this year and next year you realize the soil is getting. So think about it, guys. Think about it. Let me go back to the chat. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Kim say I make notes on the phone that subscribe to the garden journal. All right. I take picture but no videos. Okay. All right. Wait, what I did there? What happened? How the screen get like that? I don't know what happened, guys. My hand touched something and like it turned green scream. I'm sorry for that. Sorry for that. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Michelle, how you doing? All right, I took my small bell pepper off. I hope it worked for me too. You take off your small bell pepper? What you mean you take off the small bell pepper? All right. Kimami say, I saw planter on a ladder last year harvested. Don't believe my eyes. Definitely, yes, yes. That's real thing. How often you figure you can give the garden compost tea? Well, I basically give it in the early stage. In the early stage, when everything start growing, I give it that dose of compost tea. Then when they start producing, when we start to see flowers, that's when we say, okay, now is the time to boost it. Why we do that? I keep making this statement. You know, when a woman pregnant, that's when she need nutrients, she need minerals, vitamins because she have a baby inside so she got to produce, she got to feed this baby. It's the same thing with the plants. So when we give the plants the nutrients and the mineral at that stage of pushing flowers, it give it more strength. And the more strength it get, is the more you're gonna get from it. More fruits, it's gonna grow bigger. So twice a year, I give it that compost tea. I don't know how this. Let me see if I can green stream. Okay, I understand. I don't know why is going this screen. Okay, let me see. None. Okay, back now. Back. All right. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. Yeah, so twice a month and that's it. Not month, for the season. Twice for the season. What made the soil better? Well, I'll tell you what made the soil. Okay, all right. Thank you. Good Eat Home said. I appreciate that. I finally get it fixed. What make a soil better? The truth is, from my experience, I'm speaking from my experience. Building soil. What make a soil better is building the soil. Building the soil. Now, like I know I was talking about the leaf and, like a piece of wood might break off a tree. You put these things in an area, allow them to break down. These same thing now, when they break down is what you could add in your soil. So every year you adding this to your soil. So what it actually doing is something natural. It's not something you're not adding something that taking away from your soil. You're not adding something that running the earthworms out of your soil or destroying the earthworms and all the beneficial insect you need in your soil. What you actually doing, you adding something that invite them into the soil. So the natural leaf, the grass clipping, you get out your garden, the weeds them you pull up out your garden, the plants that you prune, all these leaves, put them back into your soil, whether in liquid or whether in just putting them and cover them with sand. That's a way of building your soil. That's how you improve your soil. All right, by building it, adding beneficial stuff to your soil. I could tell you things, but there's a lot of things I refuse to use because, like for instance, some people might use different things. Some people gonna tell you put meat. I will never put meat in my compost. I will never do that. But yeah, people gonna tell you that. These are things I refuse to do Because I know you could use natural thing in your garden, around your garden, and build your soil properly. So, this is what I'm saying, guys. You got to figure out what you want to do in this thing because there's a ton of information out there. You got to figure out what you want to do. Now, put in meat in your soil. Put in meat in your soil. Meat have some kind of oil in something oily. Then we realize all different type of bacteria or whatever come out of that meat. Is that something you want in your soil? Is that something you want in your soil? Sometimes we add so much thing in our soil and we ain't even understand what we doing to our soil. This is why I stick to the natural, the leaf. It works. So sometimes look at things that work for you guys. There's a lot of information out here. And the thing is, where is the result? A lot of people come out and tell you a bunch of stuff, but with a result, show you the result, and then you can see something. You understand? Okay, let me see. All right, so what make your soil better? Using natural product in your soil. When I say product, stuff around you, leaf, these type of thing could work great in your soil. Building your soil. Your soil is not going to build overnight. Remember that. It takes patience and dedication. It's not going to build overnight. But guess what? It's going to get there. And the more you add beneficial stuff to your soil that benefit the soil, is the better your soil going to get. All right? Okay. Yes, guys. Yes, thanks for the... You're welcome. You're welcome. I wouldn't put meat either. No, I'm not doing them stuff. Leaf mold and mulch is excellent for soil. Yes, that's true. That is true. Thai GSY enjoy. That is true. You're welcome. So there's a lot of stuff out there. Like for instance, there's people who gonna, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not here knocking no one. Everyone garden how they feel, how best for them. I'm not knocking no one. I'm just sharing information from my experience and my point of view on certain things. Okay, this is my opinion. I'm not here to knock anyone. All right? But it's so much you could learn from yourself in your garden. Okay? It's so much you could learn. You grab certain information that makes sense and walk with it. Don't get distracted because there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of people even giving information and they're not even in the garden, but they become garden pros and you understand, more information than you who actually doing it. So you got to be careful of people like that because the information they give sometimes is not even accurate because they coming off of someone else's idea. When you in the garden and you there and you putting in the work and you seeing the result and you seeing, okay, I did this, but I didn't do this last year. And damn, look how the plants them look this year. These are things you write down or you remember either way. You have to learn for yourself. You grab some information and see if it makes sense, and you go and try. Some people will give you so much information, and all you do, you write it down, and when you catch yourself, it's so much, it don't make sense, and then you got to go out there and spend a bunch of money at the same time. I encourage people that you can do it without spending all this money. You can make it happen. It's not impossible. All right? Plant, I have put bone in my soul. You said on a live you wouldn't put meat. My friend said, Planter, don't eat meat. He won't give it to his garden either. That's true. That's true. Right. I don't eat meat, guys. I don't eat meat at all. For it's like about 15 years now I eat meat. So you're right. But I surely, I'm not gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna say, oh, don't do that, don't put meat in it. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just not doing it. You see what I'm coming from? Because I understand certain things, worms, and there's certain worms you're gonna see coming out of the meat. But I guarantee you, you ain't gonna see earthworms nibbling off of meat. Anyone see that? Please let me know. Please let me know if you ever see earthworms nibbling off of meat that go in the soil. Please let me know. And then, sometimes the things that go into these meat to help preserve it, to help keep it, sometimes these things could push away the beneficial insect that the soil needs so much. Do you guys ever, I want you guys to get, we call the we call it the thing you see through, and you need to look through one of them and look into soil, and you're going to see how much living creatures in that soil, in a handful of soil. You'll be surprised how much you see in a handful of soil. And they are one family. They all do their part in the soil, and we need all of them. If we get rid of them, this is how our soil start to get weak, and this is how our soil start to get sunny, no nutrients up inside of it, because what we need is not there. So we got to be careful too. All right? Okay, someone say, Michelle say, yep, a lot of fake information. Yes, that's true. That's true. I don't eat meat and I don't put it in my garden either. All right, good. It's upset. All right, Kimberly say, biochar are what you are referring to. Okay. Now, there's a next thing again, guys. I remember ashes, right? Ashes. We used to use, ash, ash. Like when you burn wood and it turn into ashes. That's another good thing to put in your soil too. But you don't want to put too much. That's another thing that good for your soil as well. The ashes. Sometimes you could sprinkle the ashes around your plant, and also you could mix it with water, turn it into liquid, and give it to your plant. Ash is a really good thing for our plant as well. Yeah, ashes. Really good for our soil. So it's a lot, guys. It's a whole lot of natural things we can do and natural things we can use in our soil. and we able to have a beautiful, luscious green garden. Luscious green. If your garden is growing and you realize that some of your plant ain't doing well and some is doing wonderful, please focus on the ones them that's not doing well. Some people ignore. Some people, this side is doing so beautiful and over there ain't doing well. What they do, they focus on the side that doing beautiful. No, that side that's looking beautiful and doing beautiful already on its path. They okay. You don't need to do anything to them. What you need to do, focus on the small one over there that's not doing well. And a lot of people just get mixed up with that. Me, I focus on the small one. The ones them that not. And you know what's crazy? Sometimes the same one that wasn't doing well turn out better than the ones them that was in front that going. So you understand? So don't give up on your plans them. Not because they mightn't doing well. Don't give up. Put your attention to the over there. I use okay, Godit said I use a lot of coffee ground. The truth is, Godit, I never use it. I have no idea. I'm not gonna say it's not good. I would not. But coffee also come from a plant. You see what I'm saying? Coffee also, but I never use it. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't use it, but I never use it. I heard about it, but I cannot speak on it. I cannot say anything about it, but I never use it. But coffee come from a plant as well. Yes. So yes, guys, it's this year. I'm looking forward to see you guys in your garden. Whether it doesn't matter whether you're posting video or not. Even though you don't have a YouTube channel and you're doing a garden, try to work as hard as you can in the early stage. In the early stage in the garden season, when the plants them young, try to do as much as you can. All right? When the plants them get bigger, you could rest. In the baby stage, it's just like you have a baby. And in the baby stage, you have to be there to hold that baby hand, to lift the baby up, to feed the baby, make sure the baby okay. It's the same thing you got to do with the plant. When the baby reach to age and it can move around, you got to relax now. Same thing with the plant. Put in the time when the plant is young, so when they get older, you could relax, enjoy the garden season, and harvest in abundance. All right? Okay. Thai GSY Enjoy Gardening Life said, I use coffee ground and tea leaf. The coffee ground add so much acid to the soil. My watermelon. Okay. All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So now we learned something here tonight. Because like I say, I never use coffee ground, so I cannot speak on it. But Godit says she use it. And Thai GSY Enjoy Gardening and Life said she use it and her watermelon love it. It add acid to the soil and watermelon love it. Ain't that something? And guess what? Natural stuff. You using natural stuff. So this is what I'm saying. If we can get great result from natural stuff we're using, then why not use it? Why not use it? We're getting great result anyway. Our plants looking nice and green anyway. You know, I'm telling you, I eat some cabbage leaf the other day, and I'm telling you, the taste is just amazing. You know, the taste is so different. You know, when you grow your own stuff, the taste is so different because you take your time, you grow your stuff with pride. You know what I mean? You say, all right. And when you stand firm on not adding certain thing to your plan, you feel good to the end. You feel happy to know you did this on your own term. Not listen to me. But anyhow, guys, I just want to encourage each and every one of you to just do what you can. Grow as much as you can. Don't grow more than you can because each plant need care. And you don't want to grow more than you can because you might just can't take care of everything. So grow as much as you can, hunger. Okay? All right, let me see. Thai GSY Enjoy said, I save my coffee ground and eggshell all year to add my watermelon. Oh, wow. And other areas in the. Exactly. 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 And it's saving you money and time at the same time. It's saving you money and time at the same time. Exactly. That's what you do. All you got to do, don't wait till the garden season come to start preparing. My garden season never over, guys. My garden season all in the spring. No, all in the fall. From harvest time over. November, December, I'm in my garden, walking on the soil, getting everything prepared. It never stopped. Then then I start sowing my seed. Then I start taking care of my seedling. As yeah, no, it's never stopped. Then when the spring come, you start to transplant. You, it's like an ongoing thing. But I enjoy every bit of it because at the end of the day, I'm able to harvest food that I plant and food that I love and enjoy. That's what you got to do too, guys. Grow the food you love. Grow the food you enjoy. It's a blessing. So, guys, I just want to thank you all again for coming out. Thank you, Thai GSY Enjoy Gardening and Life. Thank you for the donation. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, Rachel Homestead. I truly appreciate the donation. I appreciate you guys. And guys, you have to stay tuned because I need you guys to see the result on the cabbage water fertilizer. I need you all to stay tuned because I'm telling you, you want to see these videos. I'm going to be showing them live sometimes. You want to see them because you want to see the result. Gardening is about result. Sharing information, you have to able to show some kind of result. Or this people need, this is survival time. Nobody got time to spend 10, 15 years studying how to garden. People need to know how to garden now, especially the new gardeners. The people them who now coming in, now trying to grow something. You ain't want to go no college to. It's like you go in college writing down notes every day. From no people get straight to the point and let me see the result at the same time. All right. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. I normally go year round, but this year I'm stopping in November. Okay, all right, all right. November, I don't grow nothing in the fall. I might plant a few garlic. That's it. But I start working on my soil in them time. This year, this November coming, my goal is to cut down all my banana tree and wrap them with the plastic, their top, and allow them to overwinter because I'm looking forward for them to produce banana like the one I have producing right now. So that's for the people who in zone 8, zone 9 and this area, you can grow banana and get them to produce. I make it happen because you have to overwinter the banana. You have to overwinter it. You have to able to save the body of the old plant that was there. You have to able to save it. If you're able to save it, then you stand a chance of getting the banana tree to produce. If you allow it to dry down to the ground and start back fresh, it's gonna be very difficult for you to ever get a harvest. You know what I really love. My banana tree start producing in April. So because it start producing in April, it give me time. It give the banana time that the banana could ripe. It could become ripe banana. So there's ways to make these things happen. And on this channel, we try to highlight. And everything we highlight is truth and facts. Because we have videos to prove what we're saying is true and we have results. All right? So thank you guys again for coming out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy gardening to everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love and blessing to all. Good night, everyone. Thank you all. Thank you all for the donation. I appreciate you all. Peace and love. Blessing, good eats. All right. Good night. Thank you all. All right. Peace and love.